अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्.
Namaskaram. Welcome back to my mythology channel. I am Adit Dinesh Nayo and I am back with a new video. So, I am continuing Vishnu's Dashavataram and the topic is Krishna Victory over Kamsa. Now, as you know, Kamsa sent many asuras to kill Krishna. In this episode or video, whatever you want to call it, Krishna will finally confront the demonic king Kamsa. King Parikshit, the son of Abhimanyu, was listening to Shukadeva. Shukadeva was narrating the tale of Lord Sri Krishna. He was saying, on the auspicious day of Shivaratri, Krishna, Nanda, and the other cowherds visited Ambikavana, a forest nearby. After holy dip in the river Saraswati, they worshipped Lord Shiva. They were fasting and they went to sleep on the river bank. Suddenly, a python pounced on the sleeping Nanda. Nanda shouted, "Help, Krishna! Help! Hurry! The python is swallowing me!" The cowherds also woke up in alarm and found Nanda in the coils of the python. "Attack the python! Save Nanda!" The cowherds begged the serpent, but then it could not go. Now Krishna came, and with just a touch of his toe, the snake vanished, and a beautiful being came. It emerged from the body of the huge python. Krishna asked him, "Who are you? How did a wonderful being like you assume the body of a python?" He said, "I am a Vidyadhara. For your information, Vidyadhara is a celestial being who could fly. So he said, "I am a Vidyadhara named Sudarshana. One day, as I was driving in my chariot, I saw some rishis of the Angiras group, proud of my wealth and good looks. I laughed at seeing their ugly faces. They cursed me to become a python. But now I realize how full of mercy they were. The mere touch of your feet has released me from their curse. Allow me to return to my world, O Lord." "You may do so." And with Krishna's permission, the Vidyadhara vanished. The cowherds were overjoyed to see yet another of Krishna's wonderful feats, and they went home singing loudly praises of Krishna. Now, it so happened on one day Krishna and Balarama were playing with the Gopikas on a beautiful moonlit night. As they were playing, Shankachuda, a devotee of Kubera, the god of wealth, appeared. He sneaked and carried two Gopikas and ran away. Balarama uprooted a sala tree and wanted to attack him. But Krishna told, "Stop, Balarama, I will take care of this myself." Seeing Krishna and Balarama, Shankachuda was frightened. He dropped the Gopikas and he ran, but Krishna followed him. At last, Krishna reached him, and with one swipe of his hand, he cut off Shankachuda's neck. He cut off his head. He took the jewel on Shankachuda and gave it to Balarama, who looked absolutely beautiful with that jewel. The Gopikas discussed Krishna's deeds. They said, "Even the deer and the cows are so charmed by its melody that they remain rooted to the ground, picking up their ears. They stand still like a painting on a wall. With the peacock feather tugged into his curly locks. Bedecked with fresh twigs, Krishna looks like some great wrestler, as he calls each of his cows by their names. The very waters of the river seem to rise as if they want to gather the dust from his feet. Now, one day, when Krishna and his friends were playing, a demonic bull came. The bull was none other than Arishtasura, who was a demonic friend of the demonic king Kamsa. He terrorized the villagers. The villagers came to Krishna and they begged him. He is destroying all our crops. He is destroying all our hard work. Protect us, O Lord. And Krishna came and confronted Arishtasura and he said, O vile one, go away from this place. If you do not do this, you shall face my wrath. Now the bull was very angry. Arishtasura charged upon Krishna while Krishna was holding a hand on his friend. Now Krishna caught Arishtasura and he stopped his prowess. Now Krishna rolled Arishtasura over and with immense strength he pulled off Arishtasura's horns. And he used Arishtasura's own horns to kill the demon bull. The cowherds all thanked Krishna and they sang praises of him. Now Narada appeared before Kamsa and he said, Your destroyer is none other than Krishna, the eighth son of Devaki. Vasudeva took him to Gokul and from there they have moved to Vrindavana. Krishna and Balarama, both sons of Vasudeva, live there. All the asuras you have sent to kill them are dead. Krishna killed all of them. Now Kamsa in his fury took up a sword and said, I will kill that Vasudeva right now. But then Narada dissuaded. He stopped Kamsa from doing this. Anyways, Kamsa had something planned already. He called Keshi, an Asura, and told him, I am told that my destroyer, Krishna, lives in Vrindavana. Go there and kill him. And after Keshi had gone, he ordered two brave wrestlers, Chanura and Mustika. He told them, Listen carefully, O brave Chanura and Mustika. In Vraja there live the two sons of Vasudeva, Krishna and Balarama. I know they are ordained to kill me. When they are brought here, you must kill them under the pretext of wrestling with them. Then he addressed the keeper of the elephants. O Mahat, let your elephant Kuvalyapida stand at the gate. As soon as my enemies come, the elephant can kill them. Then he turned to his ministers. Let preparations be started for the celebration of the bow sacrifice on the eve of the full moon day. Let sacrifices be made to Lord Shiva to ensure our success. Then Kamsa sent for Akrura, the Yadava, a kinsman of Krishna, and he said, Only you among the Yadavas have my welfare at heart. It is to you I turn for help, just as Indra turns to Vishnu. Go to Vraja, where the two sons of Vasudeva live. Take this chariot and fetch them here right away. Once they are here, I will have them killed by the elephant Kuvalyapida. If they escape, my strong wrestlers will slay them. Thereafter, I will kill Vasudeva and the other Vishnis, my old father and all my enemies. Then, my dear Akrura, with the help of friends like Jarasandha, my father-in-law, and the Asuras, I will conquer the earth. Hurry up and fetch Krishna and Balarama. But tell them they are invited here to celebrate the bow sacrifice and to see the sights of the city of Madura. It's actually Mathura. Akrura told, Indeed, your act thus to avert your death. A man must be prepared for both failure and success. I will do as you say. Meanwhile, Keshi had reached Vraja. He appeared in the form of a huge horse. The moment his foot touched the earth, it trembled. Keshi saw Krishna and ran towards him. Keshi tried to kick him, but Krishna dodged him. Now Krishna took Keshi by the tail and threw him. But Keshi again came back and attacked Krishna. Now Krishna pulled his hand inside Keshi's mouth. Soon his hand began to go bigger and bigger and bigger inside his mouth, and Keshi began to choke. Soon Keshi fell down to the ground and he choked to death. That is how Krishna killed Keshi. Now, a few days later, Krishna was playing with his friends, with Balarama. They were playing a game in which there were sheep involved. These sheep were to be protected at any cost. Now, Vyomasura, an Asura, knew he needed to kill Krishna. So he started stealing the sheep. So the boys who were the sheep continued to get stolen and they were put in a cave. Vyomasura locked them in a cave by covering it with a big rock. Soon he did this to almost all the boys. There were only 4 sheep left. But Krishna, of course, had realized what had happened. When Vyomasura was about to kidnap the next sheep, Krishna stood guard. As soon as Vyomasura went for the next sheep, Krishna pounced on him like a lion. Now the demon grew to his full form. But Krishna held on. Soon he began to get suffocated and he fell down to the ground. And with one mighty blow, Krishna finished Vyomasura. Then he went to the cave where the boys were hidden and with one punch of his hand, the rock broke into pieces. Now Krishna returned to his home with Balarama. Meanwhile, Akrura had already come. He thought, Kamsa thought this was going to be his advantage, but he doesn't know how fortunate I am to visit the Lord. As soon as he saw Krishna and Balarama, he fell at their feet, and Krishna and Balarama affectionately took him inside, where Nanda was there. Nanda asked him, how do you spend your days in the cruel rule of Kamsa? His subjects are like sheep reared by a butcher. So we will not dare ask whether you are happy. Krishna too inquired, yes, do tell us, dear uncle, how everyone is at Mathura. We are happy indeed to see you here. Do tell us the purpose of your visit. Then Akrura told everything to Krishna and Balarama about Kamsa's plan. Now Krishna and Balarama burst out laughing. They told Nanda, look what Kamsa has planned for us. He thinks he can kill us. No, we will go there and kill him immediately. Preparations for Krishna's departure was made, and Krishna and Balarama ascended Akrura's chariot. The Gopikas were very sad, but Krishna comforted them. He said, with a very charming smile, I will be back soon. The Gopikas hesitantly returned to their home. They half stopped, hoping that Krishna would change his mind and come back. But then, after a long time, they knew that Krishna wasn't going to come back, and they went home. Meanwhile, they had reached the Yamuna. After Krishna and Balarama had bathed, Akrura dived into the water himself. Inside the water, he saw Krishna and Balarama sitting. He knew he had left them up, so he took a peep out of the water and he saw Krishna and Balarama calmly sitting there. Again he took one more dip, and this time he saw Lord Vishnu. And he saw Krishna, who was Lord Vishnu, sitting in the coils of Adishesha, the serpent. Now Akrura was overwhelmed at the sight and respectfully bowed before them. And he said, Lord, different people worship you in different ways. But just as all rivers finally reach the ocean, so also all the different forms of worship are directed to you. Now, just as an actor hides behind a curtain after a performance, Lord Krishna withdrew the vision inside the water. Akrura came out of the water in a daze. Krishna asked him, Have you seen something extraordinary, uncle? Why are you looking so wonderstruck? Akrura told him, O Lord, all the wonderful things of the earth, sky, or ocean are present in you. What else is left for me to see after I have beheld you? Once they reached Mathura, Krishna told Akrura, Me and thou will roam around the city. Later we will visit your home. You go home now. Akrura was hesitant. He asked for them to come, but Krishna told, No, me and thou will come later. After my goal is achieved, we will surely come to your house, dear uncle. So Akrura reported to Kamsa that he had brought Krishna and Balarama. Meanwhile, Krishna and Balarama were roaming the city. Everyone was so happy at the sight of Krishna. All the women were so delighted. They were jealous. Oh, how the Gopikas of Vraja always get to glimpse this face every day. Now suddenly Krishna spotted a washerman and he asked, Wow, look at the clothes. It would definitely suit you if you gave us those clothes. But the washerman was a servant of King Kamsa. He said, How dare you speak to me like that? Get away from this village, you dear boy! You are nothing! How dare you defile the great Kamsa? Krishna was very angry and he slapped the fisherman on his face. Now, the, when the washerman fell down, all his friends ran away in fright. Krishna, Balarama, and the other cowherds took the dress and they went to a tailor to fit it. The tailor fitted the dress on Lord Sri Krishna in a suitable manner. He then blessed the tailor, saying, May you have health, wealth, and prosperity. Next, Krishna and Balarama went to the house of Sudama, the flowerman, who welcomed the two brothers and worshipped them with garlands of flowers, sandal paste, and betel leaves. He said, O Lord, I am blessed by this visit of yours. Sudama then presented Krishna and Balarama with garlands of the finest and most fragrant flowers. Then Shukadeva said, O Parikshit, Krishna bestowed on Sudama several boons, including ever-growing prosperity, long life, and fame. Now Krishna and his friends were roaming around. When they saw a hunchback, Krishna asked, O beautiful one, who is this sandal paste which you are selling for? He said, This is actually for King Kamsa, but then it will befit you more. Oh dear Lord, please accept my offering. And Krishna and Balarama looked so charming with the sandalwood paste. And Krishna knew he had to help her. So the hunchback named Trivikrama was made to stand still, and Krishna put one toe on her feet, and with a slight jerk, he pressed her chin forward, upward, and Trivikrama's hunchback went away, and she stood erect with posture. She said, You have to visit my house, O dear Lord. Krishna told, No, I cannot do that. Once my mission is accomplished, however, I shall surely visit your house with Balarama. Next, Krishna visited the bow sacrifice area. He saw the magnificent bow. Now, Before the guards knew anything, Krishna held the bow in his hand and broke it into two, just as Rama had done on Sita's Swayamvara. Now the guards were fully alert. They were furious. They attacked Krishna and Balarama. But Krishna and Balarama took the broken pieces of the bow and killed all the guards of Kamsa. And they walked out with the bow's remains on their shoulders. The villagers were truly astonished. They said, "Definitely these two men are of divine origin." And Krishna and Balarama comfortably rested in a nice resting place provided to them. That night, Kamsa saw many evil omens. He looked into the mirror. He couldn't see his head in the reflection. He had terrible nightmares when he tried to sleep. The next morning, the preparations for the ceremony, all the wrestlers were prepared. Kamsa sat on a golden throne. Chanura and Mustika and their friends also arrived. Now, Krishna and Balarama were walking towards the ceremony when their path was blocked by Kuvalyapida, the elephant. Krishna shouted to the Mahot, "Oh Mahot, let us pass." When the Mahot didn't say anything, Krishna shouted, "Can't you hear me? Let us pass." Now the Mahot provoked the elephant, Kuvalyapida, and Kuvalyapida in his rage attacked Krishna. He caught Krishna in his trunk. No, Krishna went behind the elephant, and Kuvalyapida was furious he couldn't see his victim. Now Krishna and Balarama held the tail of Kuvalyapida. After a long time of taunting the elephant, Krishna finally pulled off the tusks of Kuvalyapida, and with that he killed the keeper and the elephant. Now they entered Krishna and Balarama, the ceremony, with their trunks on their shoulders. As soon as they entered, the citizens started whispering among themselves, "He's the one who killed. He's the one who killed Bhagawat. He's the one who killed so subdued Kaliya." Then Krishna and Balarama saw Chanura and Mustika. Chanura and Mustika told, "Oh Krishna, Balarama, come fight us." Krishna and Balarama said, "No, it does not befit us to fight you. We are just mere children, while you are fully grown wrestlers." Chanura laughed and said, "Ha! Just a few seconds ago you killed the elephant Kuvalyapida like a child, destroying a toy or breaking a toy. With what ease you have done that. Why can't you fight us? Come and fight us. I will fight you, Krishna, and Mustika will fight Balarama." There was a fierce fight. Now the citizens, the women citizens especially, began to feel disgusted. They thought, how could King Kamsa allow this injustice? How could he allow mere boys to fight fully grown wrestlers? Vasudeva and Devaki too in prison were worrying about the fate of Krishna. They thought, our dear boys, they are fighting fully grown wrestlers. I wonder what they will do to them. Now Chanura was very furious he couldn't defeat Krishna. So he clenched his fist and tried to punch Krishna, but Krishna dodged it. Now he took Chanura and rotated him and felled him to the ground. Now Krishna and Balarama killed all the wrestlers. They killed Chanura, Mustika, Kuta, Shala, Toshala. The 5 strong men of Kamsa all died. Kamsa could not bear to see this, and he issued a series of orders to his men. Drive these 2 sons of Vasudeva out of town. Capture Nanda. Take away all the belongings of the cowherds. Kill Vasudeva. Kill Ugrasena too. But even as Kamsa was issuing these orders, Krishna leapt up to his high seat. Kamsa tried to defend himself, brandishing his sword. But Krishna caught Kamsa by his hair and threw him down. Now Krishna jumped on Kamsa and punched him so hard, repeatedly, that Kamsa died that very instant. Now Krishna dragged Kamsa's body on the floor of the arena amidst loud cries from the audience. Kamsa had 8 younger brothers who rushed at Krishna and Balarama to take revenge, but Balarama killed them all. Now Shukadeva ended his narration saying, thereafter Krishna and Balarama hurried to prison to free Vasudeva and Devaki, though filled with joy to see Krishna. His parents found it difficult to accept the Lord as their own son. Thus ends the 4th video, Krishna Victory over Kamsa. The next video will be a very interesting one. Please be ready for it. Hope you all are safe during this lockdown. Together we can defeat the coronavirus. We can pray to the Lord also for his help. Now that's all for the video. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel.